Okay, I'm starting on the Potato Knob Trail right where it crosses Route 3. And they have paved the road all the way up to the upper and lower falls there, where the turnoff is. And I got this trail marked with these red diamonds. Some pretty big boulders on this trail. And that, at the base is more than 4 feet. Up 4.5 feet up, it's about 40 inches. Big oak. A lot of old growth in Holly River State Park here. Look at how big that rock is up there. It's like Beartown State Park. Have you ever been there? On the Pocahontas Greenbrier border. About 25 feet high in places. Big trees up in this area here. That one's probably 36, maybe 40. That one's at least 40. They call this big trees on the trail. There's actually a sign that says big trees this way. How wide open this is. Trees like that, that one in the center, it's a 40-incher there. Poplar. That behemoth is another 40-incher. Goes straight up. Probably 80 feet before it has its first branch. A lot of old growth timber here. That's an old chestnut stump. Still there after all these years. The blight wiped out all the American chestnuts in West Virginia in this area in the 50s. So 70 years later, that stump's still there. Another one right over in here. Just noticed a couple more there. Right there, they just dotted this hillside. There she is. Yep, there she goes. I don't know how far that overlook is, but that sounds interesting. Park headquarters, that's a long way. But this is the intersection of Potato Knob, and there's another sign, the Ridge Road Trail. And you go left to go to these falls. Maybe on the way back, see what time it is. It's taken me about 45 minutes to get up here from that wide spot where Potato Knob crosses Route 3 down there. So I figure maybe another 20 minutes. People must have lived up here as they did back then. Here's a big field still. And down in this draw here, it's going to be hard to see, but there's dark spots. Like that one's a mound of rocks that they would have piled up. So this, it's all poplar in here, so they farmed all this. There's evidence that next to this field, rock pile, that this used to be farmed. That's an old dying walnut tree there. The dark one in the center. And look at the burl on that tree there. That's got to be 30 inches diameter, this well or burl. A lot of people cut trees down like that, a little bit smaller ones probably, for a post on their porch on a log cabin, or sometimes for a post on the inside of their log cabins. Peel the bark off and let it dry out and shellac it. Really looks neat to have those burls. Disturbing the park's wildlife here. Haven't seen any bucks yet. Only about 30 feet from it. There she goes. Well, it was a little bit further coming around than I thought. It was 325, it's 345 now. That's fairly level coming on around here. And how far down this way, it's more cave with a trickle of water. Another old field over here. They're right at the end of this field. Old crosshatch fencing right here. It's probably more than 100 years old easily. That nice level path at the top there. You drop down in elevation 100, 125 feet at least, maybe 150 before you get to the falls down here. Or the cave slash fall. Someone with Park Service here put this bench here. Yeah, there is water pouring off. Now this is like, if you guys are used to Niagara Falls and things, this is going to blow you away here. I don't want to build this up too much. Tenskwatawa Falls. Look at that. That's got to be about 6 inches wide there at the top. This really is a hidden gem of Holy River State Park. It takes a little bit of effort to get here, no matter if you come from the main part of the park or Route 3 that I came from, County Route 3. Let me get up just a little closer here. Yeah, 25 feet at the deepest back there. It's October 19th, 2022. I'm sure someone could do it in half the time. It's in really good shape. Okay, I'm just coming up the path that leads down to the falls that I was just at. That set of falls. So we're going to go back this way down to that horseshoe bend down there. There's the cemetery that was marked. There's the trail that leads back down to County Route 3, Potato Knob Trail. But that symbol means overlook, and there was a sign right there at the intersection in the horseshoe bend. So that overlook's not that far. I'm going to go there first, and then back down, hit the cemetery, and get back. Just right at the intersection where you take the Ridge Road Trail from Potato Knob, it's only about 50 feet over. Here's the overlook of Potato Knob. You could tell there was a lot of little trees that they'd kept cut in here at one time. And you can't see through the mountain over there. Probably can't see it through the trees. That's where Potato Knob is. When I was walking over here, that sign was turned around upside down. But then there's another more homemade type of a sign right here. And I knew right up on this point that's where the cemetery would be. Going up this path here that deer is blocking. always issues here. Can't get around the wildlife. This is called the McClure Cemetery. We'll see if there's any marked stones up here. Yeah, that deer got out of the path for me. They always put these cemeteries on the highest point back then. Now, why'd they do that? I've read in one genealogy site they did it to get closer to heaven, get a head start by being buried up high. There's a little deer up here right close to the cemetery. Okay, made it up here. There was a fence around it at one time, little gate. E.E., husband of L.E. McClure, born September 30th, 1861, died April 13th, 1912. This is a pretty old cemetery. Field stone here with no carving on it. This here is artificial. Look at that. Someone's left some coins up here. Back side of this looks like a tree stump. William V. McClure died July 5th, 1904, age 77 years. So about 1827 he was born.